Hello everyone. Welcome to our IG Live today. We're going to be talking about how to move mindfully this summer, how to use movement to keep yourself balanced this summer. And this is for all of our viewers in the Northern Hemisphere. I know we have so many a huge global family, and many of you it's wintertime for you, but watch this. It will be saved and recorded and saved on the Chopra igtv under my Healthy Habits series, so you can watch it in 6 months when you're hot and bothered like we are here. So welcome everyone. Hello from all over the world. Let me know where you're signing in from. And again, it is summertime here in California. I'm in California. Hello, everyone. So good to see all of you. Thank you for joining. And I'm feeling hot and sweaty and expressing the qualities of fire. The fire is high in the summertime, right? It's pitta season. And no matter what, hello, I'm seeing where everyone's from. Colombia, Bangladesh, New Zealand, Florida, Colorado, Vancouver Island. Hello, everyone. Someone's here first time joining. Welcome. I'm Dr. Sheila, and I'm here to give Ayurvedic tips on how to stay balanced and healthy to thrive in all aspects of your life. So welcome to all of you newbies as well. Today, we're going to talk about how to move mindfully for the summertime. And if you're new to Ayurveda, I highly recommend you go to Chopra.com, look back through some of the IG recordings that we have on IGTV, and just start to learn about Ayurveda, because it's such a practical guide to creating health on a daily basis, right? And preventing illness so that we can enjoy our lives. So how do we enjoy summer in this hot season? I know I'm feeling it. And also with the doshas, or the mind-body types, which, again, we all have our unique constitution or mind-body type and our unique tendencies, etc. But we have all of the doshas within us. Just like nature has all of the qualities of vata, pitta, kapha. There's dryness and lightness. There's fiery, heat, light, and metabolism. There's structure and moisture. So we have all of these qualities within us. And so we all have some pitta in us, and we might notice, because we're connected to nature, that in the summer our fire gets high in our mind. Maybe if we're not staying balanced, we get irritable. We might in the body get skin rashes or a little more indigestion. We might get a little more critical. Again, this is all that fiery energy that sometimes can accumulate if we're not staying balanced. I know, I'm primarily a kapha, which I'm pretty grounded, earth and water, but my pitta's right here, and vata is lowest in my proportions. So in the summertime, I definitely notice, and I'm sure the people around me notice, I get a little irritable and cranky. And so I do practices that, keep that in the best balance that I can. And in my body as well, right? Overheating and getting rashes. So talking about movement, in the summertime, the days are long, we're very active, people want to get out and about. I know we're in the midst of a pandemic, so that changes things a little bit, but being outside, again, has been, safer. And so a lot of people are outside, right? And in the summertime, we're taking in that heat, we're taking in that light. And yes, there may be weather changes going on around the world, but typically, again, it's hottest in these months of the summer, and the days are definitely longer. So we tend to be more active. So we have to balance activity with which is heating, with some cooling. So we can still move our bodies, but maybe not overdo it. The key to keeping fire and pitta in balance is moderation. And what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk a little bit about, just to educate you on, again, what happens when we let the heat rise too much and how we can use movement. I'm going to go through what we call moon salutations and a few special exercises for our eyes that are especially important to take care of during the hot times of year. And if you live in a place where it's hot all year, because I know if you live around the tropics, it might be hot all year, you may need to follow these recommendations all year. Ayurveda is wonderful because it asks you, what do you need right now, right? And if you're somebody who's typically cold and you're not experiencing all this excess heat in the summer, you can still do these things, but maybe you don't have to be quite as diligent about it. So this is the beautiful thing about Ayurveda. What do you need? Check in with yourself. Okay, so let's talk about heat and summer. So we always want to keep all of these elements and doshas within us in balance, because then we can express our pitta energy as vitality and as energy and as, focus, and we can get all of our tasks managed without, again, getting too much heat to the people that we're interacting with, which is like anger, irritability, criticism, etc. And so we want to not overdo the movement. So if you're somebody who's really used to having a vigorous exercise program and you're exercising in the middle of the day, summertime is a nice time to change things up. Now in Ayurveda, we need to change things up. Look at how plants, animals are constantly changing in accordance with the season, but yet we do the same thing all year and think we're going to be balanced. So in the summer, if you're going to do exercise and a little bit more vigorous exercise, because we do need that, do it in the morning or the evening when it's cool out. Don't do it in the middle of the day. You might be able to push through it, but your fire is going to be high. And then that can create inflammation in the body. It can cause inflammation in your skin, on the external or internally. It can cause acidity in your stomach, like too much heat. It can cause actually your digestion to be compromised. So when we're active, the heat we dilate our blood vessels and the heat gets dispersed to the body to manage all that, metabolism in the muscles that we're moving. So our Agni, our digestive fire, can get a little bit weak. So we're actually, and you know how in Ayurveda digestion is health. When our digestion is healthy, we're healthy. And so it's really important to keep that in mind. When you're overdoing it, you might be suppressing your digestive ability a little bit. So if you didn't catch it, my last IGTV was all about foods for the summer. So how to keep that in balance, go back and watch it. And with movement, definitely, it's not that we don't move, but we want to move mindfully. So some of you may be aware of some series of postures in yoga called sun salutations or Surya Namaskar. Salutations to the sun. And we typically do that in the morning. We do that to get the energy flowing and moving. And it's heating, it's energizing, it's activating. So there's a series called moon salutations. It's called Chandra Namaskar. Chandra is moon. Namaskar, is salutations to the moon. The moon is cooling, the sun is heating. So this series of postures is called moon salutations. And you can do these in the evening to cool down. You can do them right away in the morning or in the middle of the day if you're feeling a little overheated and you're just feeling like you want to move your body instead of going for a run or doing something really vigorous. I'm reading the comments here because I love your comments. You can do the moon salutations, and that will keep your body somewhat cool and in that parasympathetic tone, that kind of healing mode. Yes, movement is life. In Ayurveda, that's a core concept. Movement is life. So we want to keep our body moving. And so again, you can do these moon salutations. So I'm going to walk you through a modification of the moon salutations for this setting, on IG Live. And no, you don't have to modify them for different moon phases, although our bodies do change according to the phases of the moon. But these moon salutations can be done anytime, during the waxing or waning full moon, to help cool us down. So, and I would recommend connecting to the moon, looking up at it if you can, to bring in that cooling quality of the moon. Okay, so let's run through a modified moon salutations. And there's some great videos online. You can always look up moon salutations and see different versions. They're going to be very similar to what I'm doing now. And again, I'm going to do them seated in a chair, but you can certainly do them standing if you're listening and you can stand up. Okay, so again, if you're sitting in a desk at work, and again, work can make our pitta fire go high, this is a great thing to do in the chair. So do it exactly as I'm doing it. Okay, so to do moon salutations, let's start by, if you're seated, just sit in your chair with your feet. Just looks like my connection went out for a second. Okay, then you can just be standing straight. Okay, so put your palms together in front of your chest, in front of your heart, and just close your eyes and take a nice deep breath for a moment before we start. Inhale through your nose, relax your belly, exhale with a sigh. Okay, and open your eyes. And now lift your arms above your head, and you can have your palms together. You can do it like in a temple pose, where your pointer fingers are up. And try to have your arms in alignment with your ears as much as possible. If it feels too straining to do that, you can have them forward a little bit, but as much as you can, have them kind of close to your ears. Okay, and we inhale when we have our arms up. Inhale, and now lean to the right. Just bend to the right a bit. And the important thing about lateral bending here is you don't have to try to tip off your chair, but you lean a little bit and then you pull your fingers toward the ceiling. So just pull your arms. And what you should feel is a nice side stretch here. You're opening up your chest. You're opening up and making space for the cooling energy of your heart. That's what this is all about. So inhale and exhale, reaching for the ceiling. Inhale, back up again. And exhale, lean to the left. Okay, and then see you're just bringing your hands toward the ceiling. So now you're getting a nice stretch on the other side of your body. Exhale, inhale, straight up again. Let's do that one more time. Bending right, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, and keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Inhale, straight up. And exhale to the left. Reaching for the ceiling, and inhale, back up again. And bring your arms down. Wonderful, that lateral bending. I'll just take a pause here because with moon salutations, they should be done slowly with, again, inhaling, exhaling, don't hold your breath. And this isn't about competing. That's the last thing you need when we're trying to cool down. And this is not it doesn't have to be a super active, quick flow. We're slowing things down. And when we're stretching like this, we're activating the parasympathetic nervous system that cools down. It's the cooling part of our nervous system. And it's also pretty amazing when I talk to people. I'm a doctor, so I see patients, and a lot of people have pain and discomfort around their torso here, their chest. Everything's always squeezed down, right, as the muscles get tighter. And so sometimes when they're having pain and I tell them, you need to do these stretches to open up the chest, sometimes they don't believe me, but I think as some of you have commented, just by doing that, and again, reaching for the ceiling, you feel all of your side chest open up. And again, this is about heart opening, which is very cooling. We connect to all of these wonderful qualities of the heart, like compassion and love and empathy and peace, which are all cooling for our mind. So as we're cooling the body, we're cooling the mind. Okay, so we did our lateral bends. So inhale again one more time, up. And now bring your arms out to the sides. Exhale. And you want to have your palms like this and your fingers spread apart, facing forward with your arms outstretched. And widen your legs out a little bit in your chair and point your toes a little bit sideways. If you're standing, you're like in a star position. If you're sitting and you're at your desk and you want to do these, your legs are a little wide and your toes are pointed a little bit sideways. And inhale. And try to pull your arms back a little bit. Again, all of these, think about opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Okay, and now with this exhale, lean to the right. Exhale, I'm going out of the screen. And try to touch, get as close to the floor as you can and touch your toes. If you're standing, this is triangle pose. If you're sitting, it's also triangle pose, seated. Exhale. Inhale. And also remember to reach for the ceiling. Exhale. And now inhale back to outstretched arms. Exhale and do the same thing on the left. Okay, now I'm out of the screen again. So you're reaching down for your toes. Just do what's comfortable. Exhale. And now inhale, outstretched arms. And exhale. And now bring your hands to your lap for a moment. As I speak. Normally you would, do a few more rounds of that. Outstretched arms. Inhaling up, exhaling as you bend down. Okay. And, again, keeping that chest open. Now inhale, arms outstretched. And exhale into cactus arms, as we call them. We look like a cactus, where your hands are pointed up and your elbows are bent. Cactus arms. Exhale. Inhale, arms outstretched. Exhale, cactus arms. Now, if you're standing, when you exhale, you're going to squat a little bit, as long as your knees are okay. You have to watch your knees. And when you inhale, outstretched arms, you're back in that star position. And then exhale, cactus arms, a little bit of a squat if you can. If you're seated, it's okay. Inhale, outstretched arms. Exhale, cactus arms again. Okay. Now, with traditional moon salutations, if you're standing especially, and you can put your arms in your lap if you want while I'm talking. In traditional moon salutations, there are some lunges that we would be doing right now if we're standing and we're on the floor. We would be doing some low lunges. Again, feel free to do that, watching your knees, as long as your knees are feeling good. If you ever feel strain, then just back off on that. You don't have to lunge. You don't have to lunge deeply, but I would encourage you to do a little bit. Your body is always going to tell you what you need, right? And so your mind may say, oh no, I'm supposed to be lunging. But as we say, the mind can trick us, but the body doesn't lie. So if your body's sending you a signal, honor that. And again, you can do these in a chair. Okay, so back up to cactus arms. Again, like a 90-degree angle here, cactus arms. And inhale, outstretch your arms. One more bend to the right. Exhale. Inhale, outstretch your arms. Oh, there, we're back. Exhale, left. Inhale, outstretched arms. Inhale, arms back up again, and exhale, back in prayer position, palms in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and exhale. Connect to your heartbeat. Feel your body. And now when you're ready, gently open your eyes. So you can feel how that opens up the chest, right? And again, it's movement, but a lot of this is about, again, connecting us to the heart qualities. Love, empathy, compassion, those cooling qualities for the mind. And you want to do these slowly. This isn't, again, a competition. You don't have to go fast. Moon salutations are about, honoring that, the rest part of our nervous system and that cooling, that balance of heating and cooling. So try this in the evening if you have had a really busy day and you need to cool down, before bed. Do 3 to 4 rounds, maybe 10 at the most, depends on how it feels. Yeah, it's really great stretching before bed and cooling for the mind and the body. Okay, so that's one way of using movement mindfully in the summer. Again, timing your movement to be early morning or late in the evening, not right smack dab in the middle of the day if you're doing active movement. The other thing I want to do as far as movement, and I really consider this an important part of movement, especially in the summer, but anytime, is eye exercises. So in Ayurveda, pitta energy or fire is expressed through the eyes, right? That light and, is an expression of fire and heat that comes into the eyes. And pitta is expressed if it gets high in our system through the eyes, also through the skin, through the blood system, through the liver. So again, there's certain organ systems that are associated with this fire. And so eyes are one of those organs where when there's too much heat, we can have eye issues. So it's good to keep our eyes cool. One thing you can do, again, is put those nice cooling cucumbers or, mint tea bags soaked in cool water or rose water over your eyes and do these eye exercises every day. Okay, so movement of your eyes to keep them healthy. The first thing we're going to do is what the eye exercises do is move your eyes in all of the directions of movement, but toward the periphery, just like when you stretch, you want to feel like you're getting a good stretch. It shouldn't hurt. But when you're looking in the different directions with your eyes, I want you to maybe see what's the furthest you can, focus on without causing discomfort, too much discomfort. And somebody's commenting, I've had eye and blood problems and you're a vata pitta. So I would look at that pitta part of your physiology and see what in your lifestyle might be creating too much heat. And it's different for everyone. For you, it could be your food, maybe too much spice, too much, watch my last video. It could be too much work. It could be, again, gazing at a computer for too long, right? That light. And so again, most of us are just looking at this screen a lot, all day long. So this is really good. We're only looking in this really narrow range of motion of the eyes. So doing these exercises is stretching those eye muscles. Okay, let's start by looking straight up. So again, you want to try to look straight up at something that's a little bit outside of where you are normally looking, and you feel a nice stretch, right? And now look down. Don't do it so it hurts, but just look down. And look now straight ahead. And now look to the right and see how far you can see peripherally. Back to the center. And now look left. See what you can see there. And now straight, and go slowly. Go at your own pace. I'm going slowly so you don't feel like you have to do this quickly. Now look up at the right upper corner of the ceiling, and now the left lower at the floor, and back to the middle, and now left upper, try to keep your head straight, and now right lower to the floor, right? How often are you moving in these directions? And now back to center. And now we're going to go in a circle, so start looking straight up at the ceiling, and slowly move your eyes in a circle at your own pace. And then when you get to the top again, start clockwise and now go counterclockwise. If you did it the other way, that's okay. Back up to the top and back to the middle. You kind of feel that, right? Like you're stretching your eye muscles. It's really good for them. It brings cooling circulation. It brings, movement and lubrication to the eyes. So this is part of mindful movement of your eyes. So now what we're going to do is pick a spot about 20 feet away, or if you're outside or have a window, look out toward the horizon and focus on something. Okay, this is working those muscles of focus, that control the pupil. Okay, so you're looking in the distance. Now look at the palm of your hand. Pick a little spot on the palm of your hand. Maybe put it about 12 inches away from you and focus. Now look back in the distance, focus on something, and now look back at the palm of your hand. I do these exercises every day and then back in the distance, because I'm looking at a computer a lot during the day, and back at the palm of your hand. Okay, and you can do that as many times as you want. And now let's do some blinking. Okay, we're gonna blink fast, and now slow it down. Blink, 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 blink. Blink. Good. That lubricates the eyes, gets movement of all of the lubricating glands that we have, oil glands, tear glands on the eye. And then the last thing we're going to do is rub your hands together, cup them a little bit, put them over your eyes, just compress a little bit, and like a suction, just compress a little bit and let go. Compress a little bit and let go. So what that's doing is it's creating this kind of movement. It's really good for like the vitreous, the fluid, behind your eyes and in all the chambers. Stagnation is not good. Movement is life. Someone put that in the comments earlier, and that's so important. And so movement of, everything in the body, these juices, these fluids, stagnation creates disease, creates adhesions, things get clogged. So movement of the eyes is very important. And as part of, and again, especially in the summertime when pitta can be high. So try those out, see how you feel. It's really great for your eyes all year. And this is a good time to start. And then the last thing I'll say about movement, sometimes we don't think about massage as movement, but if you have not, again, we have videos and we have information on chopra.com about doing a self massage on yourself every day. So you can do a light oil massage and just slow strokes massaging your body. So this is movement. Look at this movement, right? It's creating movement of lymph fluid. It's creating movement of blood. It's creating movement in the muscles. So you're breaking up all of those little adhesions that create tissues to stick together. And so, you want to do your self massage, and that we have instructions on chopra.com on how to do that. We have some videos, again, saved on IGTV that talk about the self massage. And so start with your scalp. You can, do massage of your whole body, and that creates movement as well. So we don't want to minimize all of these other types of movement. We often think, and again, understandably, many of us need more active movement in our lives. Yes, thank you. Dry brushing is also great. I love dry brushing. So you don't even have to use oil if you're already feeling heavy and sluggish. Try dry brushing. You can get cotton gloves. You can get a little, loofah or brush with soft bristles. It shouldn't hurt. It should feel really good, when you're just doing dry brushing. If your skin's a little dry and you're not feeling super heavy and congested, you can do a little bit of a light oil. In the summertime, coconut oil can be very cooling. So you may want to try coconut oil. And so, you can try that movement. It's a type of movement, touch, right? Touching and moving that energy. It also moves energy in the body. So all of these energy channels, these nadis, they're called they're energy channels where intelligence, our natural intelligence flows through the body. It's called prana. And that's also what doing yoga, asanas, and postures helps move that natural intelligence through the body. And again, anything we're moving our eyes, we're moving through massage, we're moving our bodies through the moon salutations, and we're moving our body. If you need a little bit of, again, invigoration, consider how much you're needing during the summertime. Do it in the morning, do it in the evening. And maybe if you're used to, in the colder months, running or doing some sort of exercise for 30 minutes, ask yourself how that feels. Do you need to do 20 minutes or 15 minutes in the summertime? Or maybe you personally are feeling like you need more. It's very much, we give guidelines in Ayurveda, and it always comes back to how you feel in your body. What do you need? And so meditation, of course, is very important to listen to the signals of your body, to quiet the mind, what the mind is always telling you, right? And listen to your body and what your body needs as far as movement, as far as food, everything else. So if you haven't downloaded the Chopra Meditation and Wellbeing app, you can certainly do that. And I have a few Ayurvedic series on the app as well, so you can stay connected with Ayurveda. And of course, I'm always here most Wednesdays at noon Pacific time on our IG lives. And all of my sessions are recorded on Chopra IGTV. So please go back and watch some of the other recorded videos to learn more about staying balanced through the seasons and all of the other amazing practical tips that Ayurveda gives us for staying healthy, balanced, and thriving. So the app, again, was Chopra Meditation and Wellbeing app. You can also, we have meditations every Monday through Friday every morning with our Chief Meditation Officer on our IG, and another amazing self-care series from our Chief Impact Officer on IG. So keep connecting, and we're here to support you in every way that we can. Go to chopra.com for more information. And I really look forward to being with you again next week on healthy habits. So Dr. Sheila signing out. Thank you so much for joining me. And maybe next week you can let me know how your mindful movement is going and the changes that you're noticing. You also, one other way to connect is ask Dr. Sheila at chopra.com. And I can sometimes get your question answered that way, although we certainly can't answer all of the questions, but I try to see if there are common themes of things that people are asking about. So namaste, everyone, sending love, peace, joy, harmony to all of you, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.